Hello everyone! Last class we learned that the contribution of indigenous people to the country's cultural formation goes well beyond the construction of objects. Our indigenous heritage is one of the foundations of our multicultural country. Indigenous art objects have primarily a utilitarian function, as we saw on the other class, but they also have an aesthetic symbolism. We talked about basketry. That is a good example of indigenous art. They make baskets to help with daily tasks, and each basket has its own function. And the motifs on the baskets represent something too. Each pattern represents something. For example, these zigzag lines represent the way the snakes move. This other motif represents the snake's skin. And today we are going to finish the exercise we started last class. We are going to turn our drawing into an indigenous weave. Let's start. So how are we going to do this last part? You need a drawing from the other class. You need 2 strips of paper. They have to be exactly the same size as the other one, okay? There, I cut with 2 centimeters over here. And this other paper, I got a brown one. You can use any other color. If you have one paper that is not white, is better, okay? So we can get more contrast. But if you don't, it's fine. You can use the paper that you have in your house. The size of this paper has to be a little bigger than the colorful one. So this one has 10 centimeters here. This other one has 14. Okay, I've got 4 centimeters more. So if your drawing has 10 centimeters, make it a little longer with this other one. Okay, first step. You are going to fold this paper and you are going to cut some lines over here. You have 2 options. Your lines can be straight or you can make wavy or zigzag lines. I'm going to make wavy lines. When you cut this paper, you just have to make sure you don't cut to the very end because we need the papers to be connected. Okay, so leave more or less 1 centimeters or 2 centimeters over here. And you have to cut all the lines over here more or less with the same size. Great. So all the lines are done. Your paper will look like this. Now, leave this aside and get the colorful paper. What are you going to do with this colorful paper? You are going to cut this into strips. Our strips are going to have 1 centimeter. So get a ruler, measure 1 centimeter Measure the two sides, so then you can make straight lines. Measure, make the line. Make the line. Do on all of them before you cut. Great. Now all the papers are like this, and we are going to start weaving. First of all, with a tape, you have to secure the top of your paper on the table, because if this part moves, you won't be able to do this exercise properly. Get one strip, and to weave, you are going to do like this. First, put the first strip of the colorful paper down, and then pass this under the second one. And then you keep going, one down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. First one done. Now the second one. The following one, you have to do the opposite. So if the first part was on the top of the colorful paper, now it's going to be under. So you do the same sequence. One up, one down, one up, one down. Great. Have two lines now. You just repeat the same sequence. So one up, one down. Now this is going to go up on the top again. So now when you finish all the way down, you can stop, remove the tape, and you're gonna use these strips and glue it over here. Now, the two strips, I made a pattern over here. You can create any drawing, okay? I'm going to repeat the drawing I did over there because I want the two sides to be the same. Now you put glue and place the strip on the top. If there's extra paper over here, you just cut. And do the same thing at the other side. And we finish our indigenous weave inspired on a snake skin. Please guys, when you finish, take a picture and upload to Google Classroom. Bye bye and see you soon.